What's up, family? Back at y'all with another one. Uh, so today I'm shooting this on a Friday. It'll be uploaded tomorrow at 5 p.m. But I want to make the shooting day, so the day, because I want a certain day that the video is dropped to get just a consistent schedule, and so y'all will know when to expect the video. It will be Sunday at 5 p.m. So I will be dropping a video every Sunday at 5 p.m. Uh, I'm gonna drop this one Saturday, and I plan on dropping another one Sunday. If I don't drop one this Sunday, it will definitely be another one next Sunday. And then every Sunday thereafter. But let's get into it. Today's topic, and I posted a topic on Facebook, which I checked my analytics today, and I see that most of my viewers are not come from Facebook. A lot actually come from Twitter. I think Facebook second. I think it's Facebook first. No, it's Twitter first, Facebook second, and Instagram third. So I'm gonna do a lot of I guess I'll say posting or promoting on Instagram and Twitter to let you guys know the topic also. But what I want to talk about today is pretty much change. Change, getting out your comfort zone, and complacency. So, right, complacency, change, and getting out your comfort zone. I'm going to start off by telling you guys my background. Like, not necessarily my background. I'm going to just go back to where I was before I came to Omaha. I'm from Louisiana. I moved to Omaha from Shreveport, Louisiana. Pretty much, my sister came down. My sister from Omaha that stay in Nebraska. She came to visit me in Shreveport where I was staying, right? So pretty much I was staying in the projects. Like real life the projects. I mean, shit get crazy, fights, shooting. It wasn't even nothing really for like fucking shooting to take place, and random kids running our crib, you know what I mean? And then when the shit die down, we go out there, we go find our kids, see where our kids at, they go run home or whatever, just crazy shit. I mean, I'll tell y'all a little story. One time I was walking my daughters to the store, right? So we walk into the store. We had just left out the apartments, and the store was up the street. So we had just left out the apartments, and pretty much we heard, so gunshots start going off, right? So I get on top of them, we drop. I get on top of them, and family, they was shooting so damn long, and I remember thinking like, cause the shit it went on for a little minute. Like I'm laying there, at first it's the initial shock, you kind of like, oh, so you don't know where it's coming from. But then, I mean, they was shooting so long, I got to thinking like, dawg, this shit can't be real. Like, this some shit like our GTA, like this some video game type shit. Like I'm talking about they lighting it up. And what I figured out what happened was two I guess groups was shooting at each other. You know what I mean? So and that was right at the apartments, right? So like I said, staying in the projects, my sister come down from Nebraska, right? And she pretty much, at the time that she came visit us, crazy enough, we had threw all our furniture away. I mean, we threw everything away. The reason we did that, we had bed bugs, and like the apartment complex had bed bugs. It was a problem, and then we like, I mean, one day we noticed the shit. We like, what the fuck, and you know what I mean. So we end up throwing everything away. When she come, literally like we on the motherfucking floor. We on the air mattress. We ain't got no furniture in that joint. Nothing but the kitchen table and the tables and fucking mattresses, or what that's called, the inflatable ones, air mattresses, right? So she comes and she pretty much like, bro, you need to come to Omaha. You know what I'm saying? She's like, bro, you need to come to Omaha. And I'm like, man, ain't nobody, who the fuck trying to go to Nebraska, And first of all, I had never left out the state. I'm from Monroe, Louisiana. I was residing in Shreveport, Louisiana. I moved to Shreveport, Louisiana when I was like 17. I dropped out of school at like 10th grade, and I went to Job Corps, which is located in Shreveport, Louisiana. And so that's how I ended up getting to Shreveport. But that was the farthest away I ever been from home, which was Monroe, which is, I think, Shreveport from Monroe to Shreveport is like 2 hours, right? So, you got to understand how I'm feeling when she telling me, like, come to Nebraska. She like, bro, come to Nebraska. Like, and, she pretty much telling me what's up, telling me, like, hey, man, I can have y'all set up, you know what I'm saying, blah, 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 blah. But, I never left home. I never even been out the state at this point. I'm like, I think 27 or 28. I'm 30 now. I think I was 27. So I never been out the state at this point. So I'm just like, man, I'm not really trying to, I'm hearing her, but I'm not really hearing her. And then when she came down, I remember it was cold. So it had to be around December, January. And I also remember because we got our income tax that year, right? So I just told y'all everything, we had threw everything away. So we literally laying on air mattresses and the kids laying on mattresses, right? And we only had the kitchen table, right? So pretty much we do what I guess anybody unsophisticated, or anybody I guess would have did in a sense. We furnished the whole crib out. I mean, we got a brand new bedroom set, paid cash for everything. We got a brand new bedroom set, brand new living room set, stand, TVs, tables, the whole nine. We put all new TVs in our kids' room and got them bedroom sets, right? So we pretty much decked the apartment out, right? So initially, it's feeling good. I'm like, damn, okay, we this motherfucker nice now, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm feeling good. But pretty much what happened was we end up, spending all the money, right? Spending all the tax money. So after we spent all the tax money, I'm up in there, I'm laying down, and I'm just like, after a while, I'm laying down, and I'm just like, I had got a new game and everything, y'all. That's when Fortnite was going crazy. I was on the Fortnite and shit. And I'm working, but I'm working at a dead end job, at a butcher meat market in Shreveport or whatever, right? So not really making no money like that. So I remember just thinking after all the money was gone and we pretty much, got used to the crib. I remember thinking, like, is this it, right? So I was thinking, like, damn, like, this it? Yeah, the crib nice. I'm in the comfortable. I got the nice bedroom set, everything comfortable. But I'm just like, I don't know. I just had a feeling like this it. Like, where am I going from here? So I guess I was feeling, I don't know. I just wasn't satisfied and kind of feeling lost at that moment, right? So I told my wife, I'm like, look, man, I want to go try it out. I want to go check Nebraska out. You know what I mean? And my wife was like, all right, I'm down with you. So we pretty much packed up, and then we had went broke because I remember, like, we didn't have no insurance on our. We had bought also, I think that's the year my wife bought the Dodge Journey, and so we had bought a Dodge Journey with our income tax money. Also, yeah, we did. So pretty much after furnishing the crib and buying that car, we was dead on our ass, right? And she bought it cash, but we was so broke we couldn't even pay the insurance on the vehicle, right? Because I remember when we drove, when we just kind of packed up, I told her, we was like, look, we gonna come. We coming. She's like, all right, cool. So we packed up all our kids, our 9 kids, and we shot out to Nebraska, right? No insurance on the vehicle. The back end of the vehicle, like our tire was like bent in. So there was a chance right there. I was scared the whole ride because first of all, we just bought this vehicle. I never took it this far. And we noticed because my wife went and bought it. But we noticed after we bought it, how the back end was like messed in, bent in or whatever, right? No inspection still. We pretty much just, and we didn't even have a third row seat. So picture 8 kids. We got 9, but my mom take care of one of my daughters. So we got so picture 8 kids, 10 people in a Dodge Journey, not even 3 row. We had to lay the second row back so they can just lay down. We made like pallets and shit. We had covers and stuff so they can be comfortable or whatever. And, they had their cell phones, and we rolled like that. packed as much as we could and just hit the road, right? Now, we didn't just give up our apartment and everything right then, because we was like, we're going to see if we like it first. And it was the summer when we decided to go. It was around about June, I believe. But we just packed up and hit the road, basically. So when we got to Nebraska, you know what I'm saying, I get to my sister's crib, and the first thing I notice is, like, her neighborhood. Like, I'm like, yo, damn, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking around, because I'm only used to staying in, like, the projects, right? So I'm looking around. I'm like, she got a nice house, basement. I never even had seen a basement before, so that shit had blew my mind. The basement had, like, a bedroom up in there. I mean, it had a sink down there. It was plush, right? So just leaving the project and even just coming to her crib, you know what I'm saying, had already, like, damn, you know what I'm saying, it exposed me to more, right? So pretty much what happened was I got my first job. I got my first job at FedEx. I remember I applied and they called me on a Sunday, right? And I believe they called me like a day later after I applied. And I'm like, damn, like, y'all, you know, I ain't never even known no one to call nobody on a Sunday. So they called me on a Sunday. I'm like, damn, cool, okay. So I go up there for the interview. Long story short, I get hired. They start me off at like $12 and something, right? $12.25, I think. Now, when I left Shreveport, I was making about how much I was making at that? I had been making like $8 or $9, right? The job I was working at really didn't pay shit. You know what I'm saying? I had to be working, and I was working a CNA gig before that, but I ended up quit because the supervisor was like, she was just like on me, and it was just getting to the point where it was just depressing me being there. So I ended up quitting, and I had the butcher shop job part time. I ended up kind of going full time there. So pretty much $9, $8 an hour, you know, get paid there. We barely surviving, right, in the projects. But anyway, so when I get the job at FedEx at $12.25, I'm like, what? I made it. Like, I'm like, damn, that's okay. More money than I ever made, right? So boom, I started doing that. Then I got hired at a grocery store. If you familiar with the Midwest, you probably know about Hy-Vee. Like I told you, I had a butcher background, so they hired me up there to work in the meat market, right? And I think they started off at like $13.50 or 13 and a quarter. So I'm like, cool, I'm moving up. You feel me? I'm like, yeah. So I end up transferring. Now I'm a CNA. I've been a CNA since 18. The trade school that I went to, which is Job Corps, I got my GED at. I also got my CNA there, right? And so I transferred my CNA from Louisiana to Nebraska, right? So once they got transferred, and it happened pretty quick. I should have been did it, but you know, messing around, and we don't want to do that. We want to stay on our business. We want to handle our business, because messing around can cost you a lot, right? So anyway, once the CNA got transferred, I started at this nursing home down here, right? And they started me off at $15.50. So I'm like, bruh, like, cool. I done went from 13 and a quarter to now I'm making $15.50. I'm like, yes, you know what I'm saying? Well, I didn't really like that spot, to be honest, and I liked it Hy-Vee. I was cool with my coworkers, you know. It was a pretty cool joint, and I was already full time there, and I went part time PRN at the nursing home, which that's a good thing about the medical field, about being a CNA or a nurse or whatever. They got something called PRN, which pretty much means you're hired, but you just on the schedule. So you pretty much pick your days. You pretty much tell them when you can work, right? So if you don't want to work a week, you know, I mean, you PRN, you don't have to, right? But you can pretty much go in there and say, okay, y'all got a day open this day, well, I can come in this day, and they'll put you on the schedule. So I went PRN because I already had the full-time job at Hy-Vee. Well, I applied for another nursing home down here. And fam, I'll never forget crazy. Let me give y'all a crazy story right quick. So I'm at the steakhouse with me and my wife. We at the steakhouse or whatever, right? Now, also, we had been moved out from my sister. We had moved into an apartment townhome, which was it was a nice townhome. It was cool or whatever, right? So anyway, we at the steakhouse, me and my wife, right? And I ordered a steak or whatever she ordered, and I remember I got the call. I put in my order, then I got the call. So I'm like, ding, okay, hello. They like, yes, I speak to Tyquarius. I'm like, yeah, this is I, you know what I'm saying? What's up? So anyway, it's the job. And she says, well, okay, we like to offer you the job. We're gonna start you off at $19.50 with a $2,500 sign-on bonus. Fam. And I applied for PRN at that gig too. I'm like, when she said $19.50, I'm like, what? $20 an hour? That's I'm like $19.50. She said, I said, I want to go full time. She said, okay, great. We can get you down for full time. Boom, fam. The way to come back, I tell with my state, I say, man, can you just put that in the go box? Like, I lost my appetite because you got to think. I go from making $8 an hour. I mean, I think he gave me a little raise before I left, like $8.30, something like that. I done went from making $8 an hour, and this was less than 6 months time to making $19.50 an hour. If you look up right now in Shreveport, Louisiana, nurses starting off at like 21, LPN starting off at like I think 21 to 23 an hour. Now this was 3 years ago. This before pandemic. So back then they was making $20 an hour. So I went from, you know what I'm saying, making just over minimum wage to nurse pay. And the shit blew my mind, which is why when the steak came out, I lost my appetite. I don't even know if I ever ate that steak. I probably did after I calmed down, but I was like, yo, you know, honey, blah, blah, blah. So pretty much, I'm going to fast forward to where I'm at now. I'm still in Omaha. I'm making a lot more money now. But I'm not going to go into... also, where I stay at now is a great area. I mean, in my park, like the neighborhood park, we got a tennis court. We got a fucking baseball field, I mean, with the fence up and everything. That was crazy. I never had seen it. Golf courses around. We just got 2 tennis courts. Golf courses around. A basketball court. Long jogging trail. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm leaving anything out, but it's nice. You know what I'm saying? I stay in a 6-bedroom, 4-bath house. You know what I mean? And I went from staying in the projects, family. I went from staying to somewhere where, I mean, at any time it can go down. I mean, literally, like, anytime it can go down. You know, Section A, food stamps, the whole 9, to coming up here and literally changing my life, right? Changing my life, bro. Living in a place I never thought I'd live. Making more money than I ever even really just thought I'd be making, right? Like, I mean, but that's why I want to talk about complacency. I want to talk about change, bro, and getting uncomfortable. A lot of us are too fucking comfortable with nothing. We are even right now, family, I am uncomfortable. I just got the highest check I ever had. I kid you not. I just got the highest check I ever had before, and I want more. And when I seen it, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And since this, you know what? One thing about me, someone asked me what's going to separate me from other people and other channels. I'm gonna keep a G with y'all, 100%. I dare not tell you anything but my social security number. So the check was like what it was. I would look at it, but then it stopped my video. But it was like $23.50. I think it was $23.80, something like that, right? After taxes. This is what hit my account, right? And I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But like, damn, what did it feel like 3 bands to make? And I get paid weekly. So my mind went to thinking like, damn, what did it feel like if 3-4 bands hit the account a week? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not comfortable. I want more, right? Even though I stay in a nice neighborhood with all that, nice schools, great schools. I mean, great neighborhood, big ass house, right? It's not enough. You know, I want land. Right now, I'm looking at buying land in Texas, outside the Dallas, Fort Worth area, right? trying to buy an acre to a land. We're trying to put a double wide trailer on that land, right? And cash, everything cash, right? And so, because we want to get back down south. I love Omaha. You know, it helped me come up, but the weather down here sucks, and all my family is in the south. So, and I'm big on family, so I want to get back down south, closer to my family, but not too close, right? Which is why I'm choosing Dallas. Dallas is, I think, like 2 hours away from Shreveport and maybe 3 hours away from Monroe. I'm not sure. You can look it up if you want to know. But anyway, I'm not comfortable, right? I'm not comfortable. Right now, I'm shooting this video at work on my break. I have worked, I can't even tell you how many days I done worked, but it's like 2 weeks in a row. Finna be going on 3 weeks. I done worked. I mean, I'm damn near no days off. No days off, right? I don't think I had a day off in 2 weeks, right? And I don't have a day off next week, right? So that's going on. Well, next week will be going on close to a month working straight. I mean, no off days. I'm working doubles. I'm getting it in, right? Because I want more. And because I went broke. But I think I talked about that in the last video. So I'm on my grind now. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? On the last video, when I shot the last video, y'all, I was scratching to make it, bro. Like, bro. And if you want to know what happened, you can look at the last video, how I ended up broke or whatever. But I was scratching to make it, but I'm back and I'm hungrier than ever. And even me, see, I had got complacent. You know, me and my wife, we without overtime, we make about 2,200 a week, right? That's after taxes. That's without overtime, right? And I had got used to that. I had got used to seeing that 2,200 hit my account. And I remember, like I said, I think I talked about it in the last video. My wife used to be like, "Hey, honey, let's pick up some extra days." And I'm like, "Nah, we good. You know, we make enough money. We just got to manage our money better, blah, 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 blah." But what happened was I got complacent and I had got comfortable. It took me going broke and going back home, you know what I'm saying? Because I went to Florida for a week and then I went to Louisiana for a week. It took me going broke and going back home to realize the opportunity that I have and how I was blowing it. It took me going broke to look at my bank account to see, like, bro, you are spending money. I mean, you just blowing money, bro. You blowing through 2,200 a week like it ain't nothing. You spending 400 or 500 a week on fast food. You buying whatever you want. You just fucking off your bread, right? It took that for me, and I say going broke was the best thing that happened to me because it made me evaluate myself, right? But let's talk about this. So as far as change, family, what if I would have never, me and my wife, and I want to include my wife and everything because she with me 100%, and I wouldn't even be able to work how I'm working. I mean, I have worked at 16-hour shifts, 6 days in a row. Tomorrow will make my 7th day working a 16-hour shift straight. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't been able to do that if it weren't for my wife. She makes sure when I wake up, because I pretty much go home, shower, and go to sleep. She make sure when I wake up, my clothes clean. She wake me up because I will oversleep. And it's time to go to work. And she hold the house down, right? So shout out to my wife. But what if we would have never took that chance, fam? What if we would have just, what if I'd have just said, "Nah, man, I'm not going to know. I never been out the state." What if I'd just been too scared to go and let that fear of change stop me, right? Let that fear of the unknown stop me from leaving, you know what I'm saying, my situation to go seek out a better situation. It's so much shit I wouldn't even known, I wouldn't have been exposed to. Like I said, when I touched down in Omaha to my sister's house, y'all, I mean, I was just like, my mind was kind of blew. The neighborhood I was in was like, yo, even going to her house and seeing how late it was like, it instantly leveled me up. You know how some shit happening, it instantly leveled me up. It instantly made me want more for life, because a lot of times we don't, you can't miss what you don't have. You see what I'm saying? You can't miss what you never had, right? So it was like, when I got there, it was like, damn, I want this. Nobody in my family living like that. Nobody in my family living like that. So instantly it leveled my mind up like, yo, I want this. You feel me? So, family, and that's another thing about this channel. I'm gonna always give it to y'all straight. You know, you might not like it, but know it's everything I'm saying with love. You know, if you see anything, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook that I say, it might come out harsh, but it's with love because I want y'all to level up. Because, bro, it's no time to be playing games out here. It's no time to be wasting time. Like, we need to get to this fucking bag, bro. We need to get to this bag, like, right now, today, not tomorrow. We need to change our life today, not tomorrow, right? You need to change, bro. You've been smoking weed forever. What have it got you? You still living check to check. You still every day waking up searching for that high. You can't eat without smoking. You know what I'm saying? You can't go to sleep without getting high. You can have, cause I've been there before. I've been there. Your wife, everything going good, money in your pocket, your kids happy and healthy running around, and you irritated because you can't find no weed. You need to let that drink go, family. You drinking every day, you are an alcoholic, right? You drinking every day, you are an alcoholic. Stop the pills. That shit is not beneficial. It's not helping you. It's not helping your family. So why are you doing it? Right? And then you in the projects, right? You living check to check. Even if you're not in the projects, you living check to check. It don't really matter, right? You living check to check. You in the projects. You on Medicaid. You on food stamps. You on Section 8. Do you got time to? When you think about it, do you really got time to even be getting high, to be drinking, to be popping pills? No, you need to be getting to the bag and getting your mind right, right? You need to be getting to the bag and getting your mind right, because that shit can wait. None of that shit worth it. I'm telling you, none of that shit worth it, family. And a lot of times we just get comfortable in our situation. We get comfortable. Like, for example, I remember growing up, sometimes we had roaches, right? And, you know, at first you might not be used to the roach. You like, fuck, damn, nasty ass roach, you know, da da da. But after a while, you know, you might see that bitch crawling up the wall and you just like, you know, fuck it. You keep watching TV, you like, whatever. Because you done got comfortable in that situation. So it's not a big deal for you no more. And a lot of us are comfortable in fucked up situations. And we need to get uncomfortable, right? A lot of us are complacent. We're not moving forward. We're not moving forward in life. Year after year, it's the same old shit. Same shit, different day. Year after year. Some gotta change. Something has to change, right? A lot of us are scared of change. I have gave family members, friends, so many opportunities to come up here with me and get this bag. Shout out to my brother. My brother came, and if my brother was here right now, he doing better than he ever been doing, making more money than he have ever made, right? After my brother was, I had to, you know, it took a minute. I worked on him. After being down here 2 weeks, I said, how you like? He said, man, I ain't never going back home. He said, man, I ain't never going back home, bro. Like, it was nothing for us to see crackheads and drug addicts, and we cool with them. No, know him by name. What up, man? What up? You know, we cool with him. Give him $1, we throw him $1. You know, hood shit, you know. We waking up in the morning. I remember like it was yesterday. Me and my brother waking up in the morning. Shit, going to get some weed, going to get some liquor, ordering a burger. Shit, we sitting out the stove, drinking and smoking. Shit, we go get our burger, we eat, go back home and go to sleep. See what I'm saying? Shit like that. Hood shit. Like, I really come from that. You know what I'm saying? And to be where I'm at now, it's amazing. It's amazing. You know, I never thought I'd be here. And I wouldn't be here if I would have never took the chance. If I would have never changed. I don't smoke weed no more. I don't even really like hard alcohol no more. I'd rather drink wine. You know, when I went home with my family on vacation, I turned up. But it just, you know, I'm getting older. I'm 30 now, and it takes too long for my body to shake back. I be in damn pain. You feel what I'm saying? Weed just made me too paranoid, and I was heavily addicted to weed. I mean, and let me tell you one thing too. When I moved up here, I was still smoking weed, right? What do y'all think happens when your income increase? If you got a habit, right? Say you smoking 2 G's a day. You rolling up, because I was broke, so I was rolling up like 0.5, 0.6s. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be rolling up 3.5s and shit nowadays. I still wouldn't be doing that. That's really a waste of weed. But I was say you smoke 2 G's a day, right? And you making $1,000 a month. What do you think happened when now you're making $5,000 a month? Now you done went from smoking 2 G's a day to damn near a 3.5 a day, a 7 a day. Cause and usually when you smoking, weed is like a social drug. So you smoking, you with your boys, you blowing money. Family, I was blowing money on weed, blowing money on alcohol. I stopped drinking. I used to drink E&J. It ain't E&J no more. It's Hennessy now. It's Jack Daniels now. Cause you gon' upgrade. It's called lifestyle creep. It's gonna happen. When I left home, I was paying $625. I think it was like $625 in rent. Right? No, actually, when I left, that's a whole nother story. But when I left the projects, our rent was only like $2 something, maybe $300, because we had Section 8, and they was paying majority of it, right? So I went from paying $200, $300 in rent to now my rent $2,500 a month, right? And for me, that's not nothing to brag about because I don't own it. I'm making somebody else rich, which is why I'm working on getting the acres in Texas and putting that double wide trailer on my land and getting back down south. Right now, that's the goal, right? So, but fam, I just want to get in y'all head, bro, that listen, you do the same shit, you gonna get the same results, right? And if you do the same shit over and over again and you expect different results, if I'm correct, you insane. You are literally insane. If I pick up glass, right? I pick up a glass. So I got 10 glasses, right? I pick them up, I hold it in the air, and I drop it. And it hit the ground and it break. And then I pick up the second glass, I do that again. I pick up the third and fourth glass and do that again. How in the hell, I'm insane, right? If I think I'm going to pick up this fifth glass and hold it in the air and it's not going to break, and when I drop it, it's not going to break, I'm insane at that moment, right? Something not right. A lot of us are moving out here like we insane. We moving out here like we ain't got no sense. And we got to stop that shit. Every week, you getting your check. And you doing the same shit. Over and over and over again. At what point you going to say, you know what? Fuck this. I'm tired of being broke. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of depending on the government. I'm tired of not having shit. I want to have some. I deserve more than this. I can do better than this. When are you going to decide that? Because it's up to you. Nobody going to save you. Joe Biden ain't going to save you. Kamala Harris ain't going to save you. Obama didn't save you. Trump not going to save you. Fuck, I'm not a politic type person. That's not what I'm on. I'm about making this bread, taking care of my family, and empowering my people. And it ain't even got to be my people. I don't care if you black, blue. Of course, I'm going to focus on my community, but I don't care if you black, blue, white, pink, or gray. If you poor and you in a sunken place, I want to bring you up out there. And I want to tell you that you can come up out there. But you going to have to change. You going to have to do it. Right? And can't nobody make you do it. You can hear what I'm saying right now and be like, yeah, he spent some real shit. But it don't mean nothing if you get off here, you light up your blunt, you drink your brew. And I'm not saying you can't do that, but get your shit together first. Right? And even when you do that, be in control. Don't let the shit control you. Right? For example, a lot of people, I used to say, when I used to smoke, right, I used to be like, my boy would be like, man, why you don't just get a lot at one time, you know what I'm saying? Instead of you study going back to you getting a 3.5 today, maybe get a 7 a couple days later. You know what I'm saying? The most I would buy was a 14, but that was rare. Usually it was a 3.5 or a 7. Like, why you don't get a lot? It's cheaper. Because I'm going to just smoke it up. That's some kid shit. You know, if you got kids, you know what I mean. Or even if you got nieces and nephews, or you think about you as a kid. If mama just put those drinks and those snacks in there and just said, you know, it's y'all's, do what y'all want, that should be gone in 1 day. 2 days max. Because their mind don't say, okay, we need to save for later. I'm going to want some snacks tomorrow, the day after that. I don't want all this shit to be gone, so I'm going to manage it. That's how a lot of us act with our money. We do not know how to manage our money. We do not know how to save our money, to stash it away. We don't know nothing about investing, and that's a problem. And that's a problem, fam. Like, seriously. What this channel is about coming up. It's about building wealth. It's about having something. It's about changing your situation for the better. And it ain't all about you. What about your kids? What about your mama? What about your girl? You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's about. But if you're not willing to change, if you comfortable where you at and you complacent, you ain't going nowhere. And the time gonna keep on ticking. So you gonna look up and you gonna be 50, 60 years old, you still ain't got shit. You still in the hood. You still doing the same shit you been doing. Right? Is that what you really want? Is that what you really want? Or are you afraid to take chances to the point to where you just gonna stay still? Because that shit don't make no sense to me. And and check this out. Let me say this out, because I got a lot of family that stand still. But let me tell you this. Don't wait on nobody. Don't wait on nobody. Because you can't pull nobody up if you down too, right? How you gonna pull somebody up if y'all on the same motherfucking? How you gonna pull them up? Because if you move right here and you try to pull them up, and then y'all still ain't going nowhere. Get up here first, right? And then give your helping hand. And that's only if they want it. Because a lot of times, what I noticed is people really don't want it. They comfortable. And if they comfortable, you gonna have to leave them. It's still love. I ain't say you ain't gotta never deal with them no more. You can pull up on them every now and then because you busy now. You out here, you getting it. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna find yourself without even time to really go deal with that person. And then what's gonna also happen is at a certain point you're gonna be like, I don't even want to deal with that person, really. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like not doing nothing. Then I own what I'm on. But I'm speaking on family. I never like, you know what I'm saying, me personally, like family is everything for me. I want beef with my family. I love my family. You know what I'm saying? And we locked in, right? So even with my family, you know what I'm saying, I had to separate myself though. I had to separate myself, right? Being out here really was the best thing that happened to me because it gave me time to think. It gave me time to be alone. Now, it gave me exposure, showed me something different. It gave me time to think, time to be alone.
Patty's calling.
Okay. Patty. But yeah, it gave me time to think. It gave me time to be alone. It gave me time to level up. You feel what I'm saying? Like I told y'all, I'm at work. I went on my 30-minute break to shoot this video. I'm definitely gonna do another video Sunday. I'm gonna shoot that video from the crib, so I can really, cause once I get to politicking, once I get to talking, I don't like being cut off or whatever. But I am at work, so kill two birds with one stone. But y'all, family, let's change. Just level up. Let's get uncomplacent and uncomfortable. I love y'all. I'm gonna tap in with y'all Thursday. Hey, be easy.